Pop It is the brand. And guess how you build these shelves? Yep, just like that. You pop them up. So what does your toolbox look like? Guess what? It doesn't matter. You do not need one tool to pop up this heavy-duty 4-tier rack. And guess how our customer loves to shop for their Pop It racks? In multiples, because you don't just need one for the garage, you need two for the garage. You don't just need one in that food pantry, you need two. Or maybe one in the bedroom closet and one down in the storage section in the basement. Well, today, and pardon me, we usually carry one for $160. So in the past, when our customers come back and buy a second, just right then and there, they go over $300 and they spend $320. And these aren't your cheap shelves. Wait till you hear about the weight that every single shelf can hold. You can even attach wheels so you can spin them and move them. So they're certainly worth the price. But now, instead of spending $320 on the shelves alone, and then coming and spending another $46 on the liners so nothing falls through the crack, we just went ahead and took $75 off the total price, and we are sending two home with free shipping and handling. Even a payment available to get both home and the liners to go with, and that payment is $58. All you have to do is choose which color you want. You are looking at white right now, and certainly we're thinking laundry rooms and those big heavy-duty laundry detergents, or we're thinking, you know, kitchen needs. But this color that I have right here in front of me, this is going to be your pewter choice. There's the white again, and down here on the end, that's going to be your bronze. Oh, I'm sorry, that's your black. And then I'm looking for my bronze. If you had eyes in the back of your head, you would see them. Here's your bronze option, already a little bit more limited. We'd love to take your calls. We know how much a DIYer is so important. You know, when you can't wait for the sun to help you, when you have that honey-to-do list, but it never gets done, or you don't have, you know, the time and you just need something fast and furious versus looking for an expensive contractor, this is how you do it. And Erica, my lovely guest, is going to join us. Hi, how are you, darling?
I'm great, thanks. It's great to be here.
Well, great to have you. So Pop It.
Yes.
Let me check out this number I wrote down. 192,000 Pop It shelves have been ordered here at QVC.
Yes, it's amazing, and I think this is the reason why, because the name says it. Pop It is literally all you have to do. So we have one folded here. Again, they're a set of two. This is how they're going to come to you in a box. They're going to come two in a box. They'll have some styrofoam to kind of protect it during the shipping process. All you have to decide after you pick your color is if you want the wheels on. If you want the wheels, you just screw them into the bottom. It is like screwing on a light bulb. We give you a little wrench to hand tighten the wheels, and then here is your assembly. I'm going to lift them up. I would put the wheels, I would suggest putting the wheels on before you even unfold it, if you want to use the wheels. And then you just lift it up, with or without the wheels. It opens up and falls into place, just like this. It's already built. It's already built. And then there's a patented latch here on the back. It's hooked on, so you're not going to lose it. You don't have to look for it in the box. It's already connected. You're just going to hook that latch, and then you're going to swing this top shelf over, just like this. I don't want to hit the camera. Oop, there we go. And then you're going to hook the second latch, which is over here. It's also attached, so you don't have to look for it. You're just going to swing this latch over, and in about 15 to 30 seconds, I just assembled a 1,000-pound capacity shelf that's powder-coated steel that I can use, you know, in areas that get cold in the winter or hot in the summer. I can use them in areas that get damp, like a basement or water leaks. I don't have to worry because they're not going to warp like wood. They're not going to get brittle like plastic. They're really lifetime furniture.
Well, I love to take a walk and show everybody some great ideas. Just know that it never fails. We've heard from our customers. When we do a set of two, they sell out. Every single set of two has sold out in the past. What happens is you order one Pop It, and then you realize how awesome they are, and you do want another.
Yes.
Buying two now and then getting the liners saves you $75, and we can only do the value today. So I'm just kind of, you want to show the liners?
Yeah, and I can walk around with this. These are the liners. You're getting 4, so you can do 2 per shelf. You can do all 4 on one shelf, and they're just great if you use this for smaller things like pantry items that you don't want to fall through. If you're doing a gardening kind of cabinet or shelves. You can use it for a potting bench so that soil doesn't fall through, and those are really nice.
Do you ever buy the big laundry detergent where you just push the button?
Yes.
And sometimes
The
a little
leaks,
drip,
yes.
you know, still
Perfect.
happens afterwards. It's
Yes,
perfect for that.
yes.
I am notorious for picking out the big case of water bottles, and somehow one of the water bottles is leaking.
Yes.
The other day, TMI, but true story, I was carrying in a big thing of water, feeling very wet throughout the process and wondering what was happening. And when I put the water pack down, one had opened and went all over me, but slowly, so it was a very odd feeling. All right,
that's
show me
great.
some examples.
So yes, here's a dorm room. So I love this because if you have somebody graduating from high school and they're going off to college, you always need more space in those dorm rooms, and this makes use of that vertical space. So, you know, they can have this in a corner of the dorm room or in between, you know, the two beds, and use it for the air fryer and the microwave, and, you know, maybe the TV or the printer or the Keurig. And what's great is that it's not just going to stay for a dorm room, you know, piece. When they get their first apartment, they can take it to their first apartment. And when they get a home someday and maybe have a family, they can use it in their basement to store those holiday decorations on. It truly is something that moves with you through the seasons of life and the phases of life. And because it's portable, it's not built in, you're not screwing it into your wall. You literally can move it from room to room, floor to floor, or the place you live to the next place you live.
And more importantly, every family is different, but if your child's setting up that dorm room by themselves without tools, this is what you use the Pop It for.
Yes.
Nobody needs a screwdriver, a
Right.
hammer,
No.
this or that we don't even know the name of or how to use it. A child can set this up themselves if, you know, mom is handling it and helping that child move into the dorm, and you're a little worried, you're not the best DIYer. I'm not either, girl, but we can handle the Pop It. That's why they've been so loved.
Yes, that's for sure. And so any type of room, these are made to be heavy duty shelving for like the shed, the basement, the garage, to put all your heavy stuff on. But they also look great that you can have them in a dorm room, in a bedroom, in a den or a family room. And that's what we did with this when we put, you know, a television on it. We've got the board games, maybe it's your kid's gaming console that they have like in the basement in their hangout area or a bedroom. You can certainly use these as real furniture as opposed, or in addition to, I should say, true heavy-duty storage shelves.
Agreed. And you know, 200 orders already placed. This is really going to make sense for so many of us as we move back here.
Yes.
One holiday wraps up, and you have to clean it up.
Yep.
And is your one corner of the room where the storage area is, or in an area in the basement, just devoted to Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Mine has like a little bunny explosion because we cleaned up Easter last. So there's a lot of bunnies everywhere in my basement. Put them on the shelf.
Yes, this is perfect. And I think this is what David Venable uses his for. He has, and he will say this later when we're on, he has 15 of these in his basement. And he uses it for his holiday decor. And it makes perfect sense because where do you put that? You know, this makes vertical use of your storage, or the best use of your storage. And here's what's great, because they're on wheels, if I want to roll them out of the way to clean under them, I'm going to come back here with my
you do have
broom.
a little bit of a mess
I
right
can
there.
broom, I can sweep, I can vacuum, mop, whatever I need to do, and then I can roll them right back into place. And I was saying earlier, I think the last time I was on with Mary Beth Rowe, she said what she does in her basement or garage, I think it is she stacks them or slides them in from front to back like this and lines them up. And then when she needs those particular, you know, the bins on that particular shelf, she just rolls it out and then she rolls it back in. So that's just another way to make great use of your space.
Well, and that's a good call out to remind everybody, you get two. And why do you get two? Because this is how our customer loves to shop for the famous Pop It. And this particular shelf, the heavy duty one, this is the top seller. This is like the big Mac Daddy, the Rolls Royce of Pop It. So to get two of those, I mean, just the shelves alone would have you over $300. And then we throw in the liners. You're seeing them used right here on this particular Pop It. So what should ultimately have been $75 more today is $75 less. And it gives you that peace of mind of, oh, I see my belongings now. It's not a mess. And you can do it yourself. You know, I'm not a very patient person, Erica.
Yeah, me either.
I wish I was patient, but I'm not. And I get it that my husband is busy, but sometimes if it's a job that requires both of us, it ends up being a fight. Like, no doubt, I lose my patience. And like, why have we still not done this? And I'm waiting for you. There's no more I'm waiting for you. Right. We've got this by ourselves.
You don't have to put it on the honey-do list. And speaking of honey-do, I sent my husband out to get a shelf at the local store, you know, kind of a 4-tier, 4-rack shelf. And this is what he found. And it's plastic, first of all, but I'm going to shake it. And you can hear it is in pieces. And because it's plastic, it's not gonna last longer than a year or two. It's not gonna hold a lot of weight. I have to put it together, try to get it straight, try to get it, you know, to fit all the pieces correctly. So instead of this, and this was not that much of a price difference compared to our poppets, these literally pop open and you have heavy duty powder coated steel shelving that holds up to 1,000 pounds. So when we say heavy duty, we truly mean heavy duty. You can put, you know, power tools on this. You can put, you know, bags of salt for your pool, huge bags of kitty litter, pet food. And here's a little behind the scenes video that everyone at QVC had fun shooting. I'm showing it like in a business environment. If you have a small business, if you are somebody who sets up stands at flea markets or things like that, or craft shows, this is great too because it folds flat, it's portable, you can take it with you and then take it home when you're done, or use it in those office spaces as well.
Well, and you get 2 today. So if you're like, oh, I like this idea, but I think I need more than one, this is the time to truly stock up. And remember, it doesn't arrive to you like this, on the front porch or in the driveway. When UPS delivers it to you, it is flat and collapsed and in a box. And how much does the actual Pop-It shelf weigh, Erica?
So each one is a little under 40 pounds. So the total package will be just under 80 pounds. So what's great is that you're getting it shipped right to your front door. So, you know, even if it's great, you don't have to have somebody build shelves for you, but you don't even have to go to the store to get a shelf. You don't have to get a big vehicle or a truck to bring it home because it comes right to your door. And then all you do is, you know, cut that box open. It'll literally take you longer to get the box open than it will to assemble to pop open your Pop-It.
And if you don't like the idea that it wheels, you don't have to put the wheels on it.
Yes.
So that is included. So if you do want the, you know, to move them from the wall, that's great, but if you just want them pushed up against the wall and never again will you touch them, then don't put the wheel on them and then they hold even more.
Yes.
But pick out your color. It's 2 of the same color. This one, this is bronze, so a nice deep chocolate color.
It is. I like to say that too. It looks like a chocolate to me. And just really pretty, a beautiful bronze color. And here again, this is the assembly. It just falls into place. I don't even really have to do anything. And everything's attached. So, you know, if you're somebody that's going to use it, you know, maybe one room, one season, another room the next, or if you're somebody that is planning, okay, you know, we'll take it here and then my child will take it to their first apartment. You're never going to be looking for pieces or say like, oh, we don't have those parts that go to this, because everything's on board, everything's attached. So you're not going to lose anything. Everything's there, and you'll be able to use it for years to come.
Thank you for that tip. And don't forget, at this point, we are busy on our phone lines. We've almost taken 300 orders in our show. That's almost 4,000 on the day. I'm real particular about the color I decorate with. And I know technically it's not a decoration, it's storage. But if you want your garage or your tool shed or, you know, your basement area to have a certain color, it's always smart to shop sooner than later. We did like a little, you know, kind of tool shop over here with the paint and the sand and all the power tools lined up on that color, again, that we call bronze.
Yes, and this is heavy. I mean, these are a lot of tools. We've got bags of sand, full paint cans, and these are heavy, but no problem for the heavy duty Pop-It.
Okay, now if bronze is not of interest to you, this is pewter. You and I were just talking during Peria about how popular gray is. Paint your walls gray, right?
Yes,
Get a gray sofa. I mean, this is that like, oh wow, whatever you did to your garage, it looks like thousands and thousands of dollars of organization.
It does.
But it's pewter Pop-It shelves
And
instead.
these are always the most popular, I think, because they're just so versatile. They go in the garage, they go in the shed, but they also look great like in a family room.
Okay, I hope my friends are watching. My husband and kids are all at a friend's house, and when we all split up after the lacrosse game today, I told them I was going to have a show called Let's Get Organized, and they were like, what's that? I was like, well, you know, we have these Pop-It shelves, we can help with the garage. And my friend Courtney looked at her husband Anthony. We could use some organization in the garage.
We all could, yes.
Right? Here's your white choice. Love that.
I love that. It's super clean. Kitchen, a baby's room, definitely your laundry room, a bathroom. So white's always super popular as well, and usually is the first one to go a lot of times in our
Good to know. And then here's your black option. I mean, definitely I think office when I look at that black, but also just very universal. So if you know that you need them, but you're not sure exactly what's going to happen when you get home, will you move these things to the basement? Will you put them in the garage? Will you use them in that storage closet on the main floor? Well, grabbing black, you can figure that out later.
Yeah, for sure.
And let's show everybody what you did over here in the white, because You know, my parents have not downsized yet. They're in the same house
Yes,
that I
my
grew
parents are
up
too.
in.
Yes.
But I will tell you, we talk about it sometimes, and I think one of their fear is like, well, what do you do when you don't
Yes.
have enough space anymore? Well, living in New York City for 7 years, girl, I can live in a closet if I have to, because I
Right.
think I did for 7 years. But you have to be smart with
Right.
storage.
You get creative, and this allows you to use that vertical storage. And even if you just want to clear your countertops or clear some of your cabinet space, go ahead and put a pop-it in your basement or garage and put all those kind of